Headings, styles, and fonts in Drupal. If you're unfamiliar with basic content editing tools, please check out the tutorial overview on formatting text. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at headings first. I have opened a page that I'm ready to do some editing on. I've clicked on this editing tab and I'm ready to go. Now you'll notice the text that I've brought in has not been formatted yet. We're going to go ahead and format that text. First thing that I want to talk about is the page title. Now the difference between a title and a heading is very, very important for you to know in Drupal. A page title is what you see on the browser bar, what search engines look for when they're searching for your page, and also what your URL is created, your web address is created from. Let's take a look and see what this looks like. Now here's a Lane catalog page here on Current Technical Programs. You'll notice up at the top on the web address we have College Catalog, Current Technical Programs, and if you come up here you'll notice that it says College and Technical Programs, College Catalog, Lane Community College. And this is what search engines will see. It's right up in here. That's what they search for. And so that's what the page title is for. Now let's take a look at the heading. The heading is for your actual content area. So this would be my main heading here. Now I know that's a little bit awkward because if you're used to working in the print world or with word processing documents, they call that your title. But this is actually your heading, your content heading. And we do have a default size set up for content headings at Lane for the web page. We want that consistency so that everything looks professional and that the hierarchy is apparent. So I'm coming over, you'll see we have 3 drop-down boxes here. We're going to take a look at this one first, the paragraph styling. So the default for all text is paragraph. I'm going to come and click on the drop-down there and you see paragraph here, that's where we are. We're not going to be concerned with address or pre-formatted at this point. We're going to go down though and take a look at the headings. So we have various heading sizes here. You'll notice that the higher the heading, the smaller the font size. Heading 2 is our main heading size for headings at Lane. Now let's take a look and see what that looks like again. And here it is right here. You may think that looks a little small when you're looking in your area for editing, but it actually does go quite large. Heading 2 is the next to largest heading size there is. And now let's take a look at what a subhead might look like. So if we scroll down the page a little bit here, you're going to see here's academic advising. That's a secondary area, and I want that hierarchy, that visual hierarchy, to start here with the largest heading, and then my subheads are going to be the same size. Each subhead will be the same size as one another. Let's go ahead and look up here. And so I might take that to a size, the next size down, which would be size 3. This is a size 2, and this is a size 3. Now, it doesn't look too much different on your Drupal editing area, and that can be a little bit confusing. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And there you go. So here's our heading, size 2. And if you scroll down, here's my subhead, which is a heading size 3. Now you don't want to get carried away with using headings on everything every time you want a font size to be larger. They really are meant to be used as separation spaces to provide a hierarchy of information to the user. Let's go ahead and click back on editing and take a look at a few more things. Now the next thing that I want to take a look at is the fonts. We do not have font colors for you to choose from at this point. We have one font color, and the font color that we have is red, and that is for basically for alert text. There is a video on alert text, but I'll show you how that works. Let's say that on admission to the graphic design program, I was going to have something in here saying applications due by Friday, May 3rd. And this is very important. It's not something that's going to stay up forever. I would come over here to Styles, and on Styles, see where it says for text, there's only one choice, and that's alert text. That will change the text to red, and it's meant for text that is very important and that is only there temporarily. It should not be there all the time because people will get used to looking at that and reading it, and it will no longer carry the importance that it does now. We do not have any other color choices at this time because we're in transition with the migration. Now, what you do have choices on are font sizes, and I want you to be very careful on your font sizes. You'll see here, this is all come in at the default paragraph. I can see up here it's in paragraph, at the paragraph font face and at the paragraph font size. The font face is actually Verdana, and that's a very easy to read, very legible font face for the web. And the font size for content is size 3, which is a web standard. Size 3, if you come up here, I'm going to click on the drop down here, you'll see is 12 points. Now you certainly could put in a font size that is larger. That would be up to you. But you don't want to put too much emphasis on areas. You want your content to be structured in a way that the hierarchy itself is what lets people know what is important, what is most important, what is secondary, tertiary, and so on. So let's go ahead and see how this works. I'm going to come in here, and I think maybe just to start off, I'm going to say here it says Lane's graphic design program. I'm going to go ahead and bold that just to give a little bit of an emphasis. And maybe under, let's see, let me find an area here. Maybe under more information or enrolling at Lane, I want to bold again. That would be proper formatting. Putting another heading in there would not be appropriate. Let's take a look and see what all this looks like at this point. And there you have it. Here's my heading size 2, my alert text, my bold text for emphasis, my bold text again for emphasis, and then here's the smaller heading size 3 that helps with the visual hierarchy of information. That's it. Just try to keep it simple. Just remember your users are coming for information.